Hello and welcome to the annual Heart Golf Media Day. I'm your host, Heart correspondent Phil Fortaleza. Next up, we head to Canton, Missouri, and we're excited to talk to Culver-Stockton head coach Greg Spohr, as well as student athlete Connor Bross. Coach Connor, thanks for joining us. How are you doing this morning?
Good. How you doing, Phil?
I'm doing well, doing well. Sorry, Coach, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about Connor and what he brings to the team on and off the course as an integral part of the squad.
So Connor is he's a fifth year player, got a lot of experience, got a lot of skill, and he's kind of the heart of the team. He gets very up and tries to push the rest of the team to get better and focus on winning. He's really driven by trying to achieve the his goals, and we're trying to achieve those this year.
Okay. All right, Connor, first question for you. Where are you from and what is your major?
I'm from Hannibal, Missouri, and my major is sales.
Okay. All right. You got any career plans for you for life after Culver-Stockton College in that field?
Really looking into selling cement and asphalt in Alabama. Also, if that doesn't work out, I was going to sell golf clubs for TaylorMade or Titleist or something like that. Be a rep for them and try to sell golf clubs to like country clubs and stuff like that. So that would be the ideal situation.
Ideal indeed. All right. So let's go back to the present. How's the golf game going right now and what's working well for you?
Well, I had a bad round the other day, but the last three out of four have been pretty good. Uh, I would say working well. I'm taking a lot more time, patience, really lining up the putts, trying to focus on those, not walk up there and just hit it. I've noticed that I've been the last one to, or kind of the longest one to take my time on the greens now, which is, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, but coach said if you make it, then you're the shortest one. So, you know, that'll, uh, that's has been happening a little bit more recently, but it's been going pretty good. We got, me and my teammate Cade. Cade got first, I got second at a tournament, this weekend. So, looking pretty good. So hoping
Very good.
keep the train rolling.
Good. And also rounding into form at the right time.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay. All right, Coach. Your team was able to play the Preserve back in October for the Hart Preview. You placed fourth. How encouraging were those rounds for your team?
Very, very much so. This is our actual fourth go round there. So this is as you know, in the Hart Conference, we stay at the same course for 2 years. So this is the second year of that. So this is our fourth attempt. We know the course pretty well. And in the preview, we were actually after the first day, we were in second place. So we had a good showing the first day, and really through the second day, as we reviewed our scores, we were in a solid third place with 4 holes to go. And I think and we've talked about as a team, we kind of I think collectively had a moment where we didn't think we could win, and so kind of not gave up a little bit, I guess. And so we gave away some shots in the end, ended up fourth. So looking for a strong showing this spring. As Connor said, we've played well recently. Got to put some rounds together. We've had usually in those events we've had one round that's a little bit higher and then a really good round. So to compete in that conference, you really have to have both good or three good rounds.
All right, Connor, can you tell us a little bit about the preserve and what the course is like? Can you give us a little bit of a breakdown of it?
Well, it's about, if I remember correctly, I think it's like 6,600 yards, 65, something like that. So it's not terribly long. Par fives are pretty gettable. Depends on the wind. Um, the big thing is the tall grass. I'm sure they have a schedule out there of when they burn it. But that tall grass, if it's up, you can't just hit it anywhere out there and find your ball. You're gonna have to be a fairway finder, so to speak. So I, assuming if that grass is burned down, it plays easier than what it could, but it's still not the easiest track in the world. I shot 79 last year there with 42 putts. So that needs to change. So you can strike it around there pretty easily, but you need to know how to putt, I think, on those greens. So
Definitely, definitely. All right, coach, back to you. Golfers are tough in general just because you got to walk several miles each round, and sometimes the elements are very unpredictable. How do you assist your golfers with having to overcome several factors in a round?
Yeah, a lot lately we've had to fight the wind. Seems like more so than many times. In the fall, it was cold and rain. So, to your point, there are a lot of elements just by the nature of playing outside. Really, it boils down to really a good positive attitude, I think. You can play in some of those elements and let it get to you, and just want to get off the golf course and lose focus. So I think our team's done a much better job of kind of working through those things. There's always lapses, and we always expect that, but I think mentally they're in a much better spot to persevere through those kind of things, whether it's wind or rain or cold type situations, and just realize that everyone has to compete in the same conditions. So it's nothing personal against them. So they'll just have to focus a little bit more, and it takes a little bit more energy, playing the wind when it changes shot to shot sometimes. I typically stand on the par threes. In this past weekend, we played in an event, and I think while our groups were coming through and I was staying there, the wind actually came out of all four different directions. It was kind of swirling, so there was a lot of conversation, and they had to work really hard to figure out the wind and make their best guess.
All right, Connor, same question for you. How do you overcome those factors like wind, weather, etc., or in your golf game?
Well, to be honest, I hit the ball kind of low as it is. So when it's pretty windy, it kind of helps me out a little bit because everybody else is hitting the ball up in the air and it's kind of fluttering, and mine's just kind of staying lower. But you still have to hit the shot, though, obviously. But yeah, I would say just keeping the right mindset, never sitting there and getting off track. You need to stay in the moment and make sure that like even a putt that's breaking right to left, if the wind's blowing off the left, it could affect that. You need to keep that in the back of your mind and know, just those little factors that can honestly make you lose 1 to 2 strokes around that you don't need to be losing, especially in the conference tournament.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. All right, so next question is about your time over at Culver-Stockton. What have been some of your favorite memories while competing with the Wildcats?
Well, as Coach mentioned, I've been here for 5 years, so it's been a long time. I've been through pretty much everything in college golf. I would say, I mean, definitely hanging out with the teammates. I always go back to that famous interview of the guy. He's like sitting March Madness and it's over, and he's like, "What's your favorite memory?" And he's like, "The meals, man." He's just crying, and they're like, "The meals." And I kind of think of like that. It's like just talking with my team, joking around with them, that kind of stuff. I'm not gonna have that. I'm gonna be going into the workforce. I'm not gonna be taking places in a van for 8 hours, hanging out with my golf team. It's just not gonna be happening. So that's definitely gonna be the stuff I'm gonna miss the most for sure.
Yeah, definitely sounds like a lot of positive memories made during your 5 years there.
Oh yeah, yep.
All right, can you talk about the tough competition in the Heart and the level of golfers you face each tournament in the
Oh
Heart?
yeah. I think it's the hardest conference in NAI, to be completely honest. If there was a couple of years ago, we were playing, and I could only imagine the kid that shot 2 under and lost by 13 strokes to a kid that shot 15 under at a conference tournament. That's unbelievable. So I don't think that's happening at a lot of conference tournaments. I think our conference is very, very good. A lot of very, very solid teams in our conference, a lot of top 25 teams too. So we're gonna have to go in there with our heads straight and a lot of confidence. We have to have confidence ourselves though. You can't go in there thinking that you're gonna get beat. So
Mm-hmm.
we believe we can go in there and compete with all the top 25 teams in the nation. So
Good deal. Trust and believe in your preparation, your practice, and your know-how.
yep.
Okay, good. All right, Coach, last question for you. What are some team goals that you have for the upcoming Heart tournament?
Um, I probably base it on the preview. I don't think all the teams were there at the preview, but we were like I said, we were in a solid third spot, and I think if we could get in the top three, it's probably a good goal. Love to win that. I think we have the capability to win. We would have to put three really good rounds together, and like I said, we started off a little bit slow, so it's really we're going to work on this next week, trying to get off to a faster start and trying to get some more focus early on because I think we get a little bit behind the eight ball. It gives us a little bit more focus and direction, and then we play well. To Connor's point, though, last year I think the second round we shot like 302, which is pretty good. I mean, it was right around that 75 mark, and we were like one of the higher scorers for the Hart Conference. So there's definitely a lot of competition there, and people are going to make mistakes, and we just got to recover from those quickly and have three solid rounds. And it's a whole team effort too. I think that's one of the reasons I have a lot of confidence in this group. We do have five or six players that at any given time can help us out and score, be the top golfer. So if we can get all those guys to come together for three rounds and play their best, I think we'll be all right.
Good deal. Good deal. Well, Coach Connor, we appreciate your time. Thanks so much for joining us for Heart Golf Media Day. Good luck at the Heart Championships, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Phil.
you.